Welcome back to Daybreak, everyone. It's that time on a Friday when Steve Pokin, the Answer Man, joins us from the Springfield News Leader. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. We understand you have a question about a vague memory, which I feel like is, quite a few of the questions you get.
Yes, and actually, it is a question that was asked over a year ago from this gentleman right here, Kent Brookshire. He lives in Springfield. And I met him in the neighborhood Walmart grocery store. And he remembered living in Ash Grove near the railroad tracks when he was a boy, and there was a major train derailment.
Okay.
And what he remembers most was they spent all night, the Frisco Railroad people, clearing the tracks that night, and the cars were right next to his house, to several houses, and he wanted the details of when that happened and how it happened.
Okay.
And the first thing, I looked at the time over about a year ago, I didn't find anything. And two things. He gave me the wrong year. It was 62, not 61.
Right.
And I still should have. I didn't do a very thorough search.
But he was pretty young when it happened, so as far as memories go...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So then I found our stories, and I knew immediately when we take aerial photos for the newspaper, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So we had somebody up in a plane, 31 cars derailed, and you can see how close some of them were to houses. Kent lived right in that area, and nobody was hurt.
Wow.
Some of them were stacked up 3 or 4 high.
Yeah, and I believe you said that some of those cars were empty, right? Some of those train cars?
About half of them were empty.
Yeah.
And it's not in any of the stories, but Kent remembers there was grapefruit all over the place.
Oh.
Hey, I love grapefruit. I feel like, I'm sorry, that's a waste of it.
You should have been there.
Probably smelled pretty good. Yeah.
And he remembers his dad was on the other side of the tracks, and he was stuck in traffic, probably where those cars, and he wanted to get home.
Yeah.
So he got out of his car and he walked across one of those rail cars, the top of it, to get to Kent and his family. And one of the really neat things is that Kent remembers, and he had just gotten from his grandparents, like a yellow slicker and the boots and a hood.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how all the Frisco workers that night were dressed, and they got the biggest kick out of that. And so they were using his his trash barrel, his parents to stay warm. This was in November.
Wow.
His mom was giving them coffee, and they took him around to show the other workers, like he's like he's one of the crew.
Yeah. Well, how neat that you were able to pull back that memory for him, and it is a big deal. No drones back then, so neat that you had that image too.
Yeah, good point.
All right.
All right, Steve Pokin, thank you very much. Read about that in the Springfield News Leader today to get all those details on a big trip down memory lane.